Hey, it's Amy Brown from The Bobby Bone Show. Join me in supporting St. Jude Children's Research Hospital for a chance to win a trip to meet Megan Maroney at the 2025 iHeart Country Festival in Austin, Texas on May 3rd, hosted by Bobby Bones. We're going to hook you up with tickets, flights, hotel, food credits, and a meet and greet with Megan Maroney. Take action now to support St. Jude and help cure childhood cancer, and you're going to be entered for a chance to win. Visit iHeartCountryTrip.com to learn more.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Okay, so you've been on quite the search spree lately. It looks like tariffs and the stock market are really on your mind.
Yeah, especially with all this talk about a pause. So.
Exactly, and you've been all over the place. CNN, CNBC, Bloomberg, even some more like straight-up financial sites and terms.
Dow futures, S&P 500.
Right, exactly. So we're going to cut through the noise here and do a deep dive into, well, what exactly went down? What did this tariff pause actually mean? And, well, what happened in the markets right after?
Well, that's the big question, right?
Yeah, sounds good to me. Let's break it all down.
All right, so first off, looks like there was definitely some news about this tariff pause thing. You know, you search for things like Trump pauses tariffs, Trump tariff pause, tons of stuff like that.
Yeah, it definitely seems like an announcement straight from then President Trump himself.
Right, and then on top of that, we see 90-day pause popping up all over the place.
So not a permanent thing, it seems. Definitely temporary, but okay, so then the markets, that's what you were really digging into, right? I mean, you search for Dow futures, stock futures, like basically every major index out there.
And even just straight up, why is the stock market up today? Like, what's going on?
Exactly. So it seems like this news about the tariff pause, well, it happened right around the same time that the market, well, it went up.
Yeah, it's pretty common, actually. Markets tend to react positively when things seem like they're going to be a little less tense in terms of global trade, you know.
Right, less friction, more money flowing.
Exactly. So, like, that jump in Dow futures, it suggests that investors thought, hey, maybe things are looking up.
Now, the big question that keeps coming up in your searches is, why did Trump pause tariffs? But to be honest, your searches don't actually give us a clear answer on that one.
It's like you're trying to figure out the motivation behind it all.
Yeah. And that's not always easy to find just from search data.
We can see what happened and how the market reacted, but the why, that's a deeper question.
For sure. But something else that really stood out was how many times you searched for tariffs China and China tariffs on us.
Definitely looks like China was at the heart of this whole thing.
Yeah, it wasn't like a blanket tariff pause. It was very specifically targeted at trade with China.
Right. And I mean, that just goes to show how important that relationship is, how much any decision about trade with China can really shake things up globally.
And, you know, for anyone out there who might have searched for tariffs, meaning it's basically a tax that a government slaps on goods coming in from another country.
Makes those imports pricier.
Exactly. So when those tariffs get paused, well, the markets might think, hey, maybe that means things are going to get a little easier, less economic pressure. Maybe even a sign that trade relations might improve.
It's a possibility.
But we got to remember this 90 days from today thing kept popping up too.
Right. This wasn't a permanent fix, just a temporary break.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which kind of suggests that, hey, maybe those core issues that led to the tariffs in the first place, they probably weren't really resolved.
Yeah, maybe this pause was more of a strategic move. We don't know for sure.
All right, so let's sum this all up. Based on your searches, it looks like then. President Trump announced a 90-day pause on tariffs, specifically focused on trade with China. And right around that same time, the stock market saw some positive movement.
But as we've said, the big why behind that decision, well, that's still a bit of a mystery, at least based on what we see here.
That's the thing with search data, right? It shows us what people are interested in, what they're trying to understand.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always give us all the answers.
It's a snapshot of curiosity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it does make you think, right? I mean, the market reacted pretty positively to this tariff break, even though it was only temporary.
Yeah, so what does that tell us about how the market views the long-term impact of these tariffs if a pause is enough to cause that kind of a jump? What are they really expecting down the line? It's a good question to ponder.
Definitely something to think about. All right, well, that's our deep dive for today. Thanks for joining us.
Always a pleasure.
Hey, it's Amy Brown from The Bobby Bone Show. Join me in supporting St. Jude Children's Research Hospital for a chance to win a trip to meet Megan Maroney at the 2025 iHeart Country Festival in Austin, Texas on May 3rd, hosted by Bobby Bones. We're going to hook you up with tickets, flights, hotel, food credits, and a meet and greet with Megan Maroney. Take action now to support St. Jude and help cure childhood cancer, and you're going to be entered for a chance to win. Visit iHeartCountryTrip.com to learn more.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.